Hey guys, Draper here with Breaking Muscle. What we're talking about this week is goal setting. And I have 5 points here on the basics of goal setting. Now if you're a CrossFitter or an athlete in general, you should have written goals. You should have goals, period, for all areas of your life, not just your athletics, but your health, your business, your spirituality, your relationship, etc. But the underlying rules of goals don't change regardless of what the subject is. So let's go over a couple of them. First, we want to set our goals in the first person. So when we think, it's I do this, I deadlift, I run, I think, I etc. It's not going to be you, because your brain's very literal. Your subconscious is even more literal. So if I'm saying, you deadlift 450, my subconscious can be thinking that that's somebody else. So first and foremost, we're in the present tense. We're in the first person. Next is present tense. This is happening now. I deadlift 450, not I'm going to deadlift 450, or else my brain's going to keep thinking I'm going to do that someday, not I'm doing it right now. So everything's going to be in the present tense. I do this now. Without a date or a given time period with which this is going to happen, your brain and subconscious will let it go. They said that a goal without a date is just a dream. So we want to bring it back into the goal territory by having a date on it, and I say that we should keep that date within 6 months. If I want to say, okay, I want to earn $1 million by the time I'm 85, and I'm 36 right now, that's 49 years that my brain has to think out, and it's not really going to do that. It's going to give up at around the 6-month mark. So keep it within 6 months. Good friend of mine, an old coach, Andy Petronic, said, keep it 50% believable. So if I want to take my deadlift, again, from 400 to 450, my brain can deal with that. If I say I want to take it from 400 to 900 in 2 weeks, my brain's not going to deal with that so well. Same with finances. If I say, well, I make 30 grand a year now, I want to make $1 billion next year. A lot of shifts would have to happen in my life, a lot of shifts in my consciousness, a lot of shifts everywhere, and my brain's really not going to wrap itself around that. It's going to go, well, I don't even know what $1 billion looks like. We'll just forget about that one and go on to something else. And lastly, all of your goals have to be written down. Something happens when your brain has to go to a pen, you actually write something out. It sinks it in, it burns it into your memory. It also gives you a place to go back and look at. So if you can take a goal, write it down, and then put that piece of paper somewhere out of your sight, it's fine. You can put it out somewhere front and center, but even if you stick it in a drawer and then check it a couple months later, you'd be surprised to see that what you wrote down has come true. Now give these 5 ideas a try. Keeping your goals in first person, keeping them in present tense, keeping them within a date, 50% believable, and written down. So as an example, if I were to write down, I deadlift 450 by December 31st, 2012, it's 50% believable, and I've got it written down. That's a great goal. Give this a try. We'll see you next week.